Okay, I'm here for a twofer. Heidi might start barking because Dad's outside waiting for his ride to Cards, and Heidi will probably have a fit when they pull in to get him. I'm thinking. So this is my twofer for today since the humper hurried me along last time. He was already outside when I hit stop, and he's like, I'm going out. So I set the one to upload earlier, and by the time I got out there, he was outside with the dog, and then I get in the car, and he puts the dog in the car, and then he proceeds to feed his birds. So then I'm sitting in the car waiting for him. He's like, hurry up, let's go. I want to feed the birds. He's an odd man. Then he's like, man, this rain really has made the grass grow. When it dries out, I'm going to have to mow again. I said, of course you are. The wind we had yesterday blew all the pretty little white blossoms off our flowering pear tree in the front yard. So now it's just no more blossoms, huh, Kitty Cat? But our flowering crab apples still have pretty blossoms. I'm thinking about buying another one, flowering crab, since they cut the one down in their backyard when they did those highlights, and it was such a beautiful tree. It was shaped real pretty, and when it bloomed early May, it was gorgeous. I always had friends that wanted to come over and take their pictures in front of it, like at prom time. Several friends have their pictures taken in front of that tree at prom. And they had to cut it down. So, we're thinking about getting a new one in Mommy's honor, huh? Yes, here, you want some treats? Of course you do. Quit clawing my thing. So, we got on the road, and I did my little banking business and mailed some stuff, and I just got some more stuff ready for him to mail. I just paid some bills, and I'll get to that in a minute. But, we went to Myers. I need to get some fresh chive, because I'm making deviled eggs here in a few. They didn't have the little plastic container of fresh chive, but they had little potted plants of fresh chive that were actually cheaper than the little containers of it, and I bought one, because it was 2 for $4. So I bought one little plant, so I'm going to go in there and chop some off, rinse it and chop some off, and then hopefully I can keep it alive and grow some more chive. I do not have a green thumb, so he could perish. I'm calling it a him, and we'll see how it goes. So now I have a chive plant. I got to set it in a little saucer, because it says to water it from the bottom, to set it in a saucer and put water in the saucer, and it'll suck it up in there. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to put it on the windowsill in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm going to be making deviled eggs for the funeral tomorrow here in a few. I need to call out the Larry and Jonies, because I had planned on going out there tonight. It's just a cold, crappy night, and I know she's busy getting stuff ready for the funeral. And I'm just going to postpone that until another Friday, because Dad goes and plays cards every Friday. So, yeah. I'm going to call her here in a moment. Chat with her for a few. Then we went and picked up, we met the lady in the parking lot. We pulled in, and she pulled in right behind us. And then I know there was a couple other people coming also, but we got there first and got the tamales we had ordered. They were still hot. She puts them, they're wrapped in the corn husk still and put in baggies. We had a dozen cheese, a dozen pork, a dozen chicken. And when we got home, we had warm tamales. She said, if we want to freeze them to make sure they're cool, she said, don't put them in the freezer when you get home after you get done eating the ones you want. I said, no, we'll stick them in the fridge for the night, because we might have some more tomorrow. She said, just stick them in the freezer. If we want one, take a couple out, let them thaw, nuke them for a few. Tamale. So, and Dad was asking her questions like, can you make it with jalapenos in them, like a spicier one? She's like, yeah. And then when we got home, he goes, does she make beef ones? I'm like, I don't know, but I can ask her. So, I think the next time we get some, he wants some beef ones, and he wants some with jalapenos in there. But that'll be in a little while. But we know I have her contact information, and I have a tamale dealer now. Yes, I do. So, we did that, came home and had lunch. Then I came in. Then we watched American Idol to see who was going to the final two. And we came in, and then I came in here and paid some bills and just had to do my payroll taxes, that fun stuff, you know, business ownership stuff. Yeah. Excuse me. So now it's time. I think I'm going to go empty the bladder because I'm pretty close to having to do the pee-pee dance. Then I'm going to go to the kitchen and do devil eggs. I'm going to grab the remote for the TV on my way by and turn on some music. I love having all those music channels. Unless Heidi gets on the remote and then turns it to like music I'm not a big fan of. One day I had music on and she turned it. She must hit the flashback channel because then it went to Steve Wilkos talk show. I'm like, really? You put on a talk show? Yeah. Because sometimes I'll set it on the back of the chair, my big overstuffed chair, and she'll get up there and use it as a pillow. I don't know why she'd want to use a remote control as a pillow, but she's strange like her daddy. Have I missed anything else? I think it's about all that's happened since you saw me like a few hours ago. I need to dust so bad. Look at that. I know I've said it before, but I do. I did dust 2 shelves on this bookcase, and then I was going somewhere. I'm like, well, I'm right here by it. I'll just dust this one off and this one off. And that was as far as I got. I have in my mind what I want to do to rearrange them. There's some things I want to take off the ones over here. A couple things I want to move from this one over there. There's a spot on this shelf I want to put my sloth. I think I'm going to name him Calvin. I like that name, Calvin. Calvin the sloth. Yeah. And I guess that's all. I'm brain dead a little. It has gotten cold here, people. Cold. We had to shut all the windows and turn on the heat, and I had to put on big fuzzy socks. Just, it's in the high 40s today. It was 55 when it was nicer out earlier. Then it started to drop. Over by the lake, not far from here, it's like 41. What happened? Mother Nature, what happened? I don't understand it. But at least it's not snowing. That's one good thing. Okay, I'm going to roll. I'm going to call it the Larrys real fast. And I got my list of stuff to do. Pee, make eggs, watch stuff on the DVR. That's my list. My to-do list. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Maybe. Probably in the evening I'll probably vlog, because I'm going to be gone in the morning to the funeral and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Bye.